you spent, how much did we say? 1,200 hours instructing people in airplanes.
Right.
What I know I asked you what we tell other CFIs. What, looking back on it in hindsight, what's your, would you do anything different? Do you regret anything? Would you do anything faster, slower? Would you take different routes? In hindsight.
Right. In
Because
hindsight,
I know going into it, you didn't want to instruct. And now that you have.
In hindsight, I definitely probably would have, like, if I could go back and tell myself going, like, right into CFI, I'd probably tell myself, go find other opportunities while flying, whether or not.
Interesting. So, like, side things that don't include teaching people how to fly.
Exactly. So, what I always dreamed of when I got into aviation was, like, going up to Alaska and flying in the backcountry. But that's not necessarily exactly what I'm saying. But, like, finding opportunities, like, I don't know, go do a skydive gig or go do sightseeing gigs or, I don't know, go work for some crappy cargo company and just get, absolutely destroyed flying from, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or through the night, just a different experience. Not saying that I lost out from not going somewhere. I definitely think CFI is the quickest route to get your hours unless you have tons of money and you just go buy your own airplane and then you just fly for fun, like whatever. But I think
that is so interesting that you said that, because I realized too, there is such a it's so easy for a CFI to lose sight of what airplanes were made for in the first place.
Oh yeah, well you get burnt out completely.
You get burnt out.
And then you're like, this sucks. Like I never want to. You get burnt out before you're even at the airlines when you're actually going to be, overworked and underpaid and
totally. So it's so interesting you said that, and I fully agree. If a CFI could find a way to include in their flying something that does not include teaching someone how to fly, it might help in reminding them the fun of flying to begin with.
Yeah, so for me, it was going and finding other fun things to do while I'm flying. So my buddy that I had that event with, he has all those other airplanes. I would try to go fly with him in his Stearman because not a lot of people get that opportunity to do that.
Right.
That's another aircraft that I'd like to put in my hangar, by the way.
Stearman.
Throw a Stearman. The Stearman or a T6. And so not that opportunity, like just over the, what was it, Memorial Day? No, Veterans Day. We did a formation flying over parade. So it was over. So they have the Falcon Field, which is in Arizona. That's where I'm from, Phoenix. Falcon Field has a commemorative Air Force Museum, and they did, a flyby, overfly. And then this whole Stearman group that's in the local valley, because there's a handful, maybe plus, of Stearmans in the Phoenix area. And the buddy of mine, he's a big member of them. And so we all met at the airport, and we went out and flew formation over these parades. We did North Phoenix, and then we did the Mesa Parade, Veterans Day Parade. And it was the coolest thing I've ever done in aviation. Like, absolutely ridiculous.
Totally,
so
I believe
cool. You. Right next to being in a jump seat in an airline. I know that's completely different, opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right, but it's exciting, and they both include not teaching someone how to fly a plane, which is important.
Well, the cool thing about flying the formation was I'd flown formation, but I had never experienced formation flying with multiple people. And so you have these we had 6 planes flying formation at one time. And
How close were you guys to each other?
We were less than 50 feet.
Cool.
Let's see. We were less than 50 feet. And we were flying formation, which was really cool. Like, it's just an experience that you never, ever get the opportunity to do unless you actually start involving yourself in stuff like that. So, if you don't do it, then you'll never know what it's like,
So you're saying that a CFI, either whether or not they are burning out or...
This is us, like, taking off.
That's awesome.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'll show you videos when we're done.
So you're saying that for a CFI, whether they are...
Just find things outside
of teaching someone how to fly
that, you still enjoy.
Yeah.
So
it's
like,
so important.
Yeah, so important. So like, I don't know, even not saying you have to go to the extremes of like doing what I did and trying to find somebody who has a really cool, awesome airplane, or a couple airplanes that you can go fly with them. It's just like, maybe if you have opportunity to take out a 172, go fly it, up to Payson, or go fly it up to Sedona and go get breakfast or lunch or something,
Right.
Just something out of the norm that you don't do that is going to get your attention and grab your attention. I'm not saying, because I've done that before and I'm like, it still is not, like, it doesn't reset. It doesn't refresh me and I'm like, oh, ready to go to work, ready to be a CFI again. It's kind of just like, yeah, it's like I did something that I didn't normally do. It was fun. I enjoyed it. But
it throws a dent in your routine.
Yeah.
And it's important.
Yeah.
And not just with training. I think it's important in life in general, right? Like, what is vacation? Vacation is more than me being in Hawaii. Vacation is me breaking the routine that I've been in for the past 6-8 months.
Absolutely.
And I think that's important as a human. So if you're teaching people how to fly,
it's important for your mental health too.
Yeah. It's if you're teaching someone how to fly day in and day out, it's like, you got to have something to break that. I don't care if it's doing something fun in a plane that's not teaching someone how to fly. Go to Hawaii.
Right.
Do something. And I love that you brought that up, because I personally, everyone probably have experienced that. The point
you just falls into those ruts where you're just like, I feel like I can't catch a break.
Totally.
And like, I'm so burnt out. So like nowhere to turn, whatever, and for a lot of CFIs, they don't have the opportunity to fly to Hawaii. They don't have the opportunity to rent an aircraft because they're barely making it by off of their salary that they have.
Right.
If they're even on salary, which I get that. I was in that position. I completely understand. Take a road trip, or find a hike, do whatever, like just
or work less if you have to.
Work less. Maybe schedule 1-2 days off,
right.
That you normally are working, and just hang out, do something, refresh, do something you enjoy to do. So that's all. I'm about it.